The night after the great test of trust was eerily calm. Burke was quiet, sleeping peacefully, but a new danger was already stirring in the shadows. I was sitting with Toothless at the edge of the cliffs, just watching the northern lights paint the sky. You know, Bud, I said softly, for once everything feels ... right. But Toothless wasn't relaxed. His ears twitched and his eyes darted towards the forest. A low growl rumbled in his chest. "What is it?" I asked, frowning. Before I could even stand up, a strange sound echoed from the trees, a deep, rumbling growl that didn't sound like any dragon we knew. Toothless immediately spread his wings, shielding me. The next morning, the whole village was gathered around what was left of a fishing boat. The wood was splintered, scorched, and clawed to pieces. Another attack. Astrid asked, her face serious. Gobber nodded grimly. "Hey, but not by any dragon I've seen before. The marks are ... bigger. My dad, stoic, turned to me. You and your friends know dragons better than anyone. Find out what's out there before it finds us." I nodded, but my stomach twisted with worrying. The dragon riders took to the cloudy skies. Toothless led the way, his wings slicing through the thick mist as Stormfly, Hookfung, Meatlug, and Barf and Belch flew close behind. We headed towards Dragon Mountain, a place most villagers avoided, a land of smoke, echoing caves, and legends of forgotten dragons. Fishlegs was nervously flipping through his dragon encyclopedia. According to the ancient texts, he stammered, that's where the most ancient dragons went to hide. The biggest of them all, the Shadow Wing. Shadow Wing, Toughnut repeated with a grin. Sounds cool, Roughnut chimed in. Yeah, until it tries to eat you. As we flew into the mountain valley, the sky grew dark and the air was thick with ash. Suddenly, Stormfly shrieked and swerved violently. "What's wrong?" Astrid yelled, and then we saw it. Rising from the smoke was a colossal dragon. Its scales shimmered like black and silver metal, and its wings were wider than a house. Its eyes glowed with a menacing crimson light. "That's no ordinary dragon," I whispered, amazed. "It's beautiful, but its beauty was matched by its fury." The dragon let out a roar that shook the very ground beneath us. We tried to spread out, but the creature was unbelievably fast. It dove straight for us, unleashing a burst of black fire that narrowly missed Hookfing. "Whoa, it's trying to roast us," Snotlout yelled, panicking. I guided Toothless higher, trying to get a better view. "Don't attack," I shouted to the others. "It's protecting something." That's when I saw it, a massive crack in the side of the mountain, leading to a hidden nest. I could hear the faint chirps of smaller dragons from inside. "It has babies," I realized. Astrid looked confused. "Then why attack the village?" "I don't know," I said, "unless someone provoked it." We flew back to Burke to warn everyone. But as we landed, we saw crates of dragon eggs sitting in the middle of the village square. Gobber walked over, explaining, "We found these washed up near the coast. Thought they'd make good trophies." My eyes widened in horror. "Those eggs belong to the Shadow Wing." "That's why it attacked." My dad looked shocked. "Then we must return them," but it was too late. Before we could move, the Shadow Wing descended from the clouds like a living storm, its roar splitting the sky. Villagers screamed and scattered as the massive dragon landed, its claws shaking the ground. Toothless stood his ground, growling defensively, but I stepped forward, raising my hands. "Stop. We took something that belongs to you. Please, don't hurt anyone." The dragon's glowing red eyes locked onto me. For a long, tense moment, neither of us moved. Then, Toothless took a slow step forward, spreading his wings in a gesture of peace. The Shadow Wing looked down at the crates of eggs, then back at me, and let out a low rumble. I carefully rolled one of the eggs towards it. "These are yours." The great dragon leaned down, sniffed the egg, and then gently pushed it back towards the others. The villagers watched in silent awe as the creature turned its head back to me. Its fierce red eyes softened to a deep, calm gold. It was a look of gratitude. Just as we thought peace had returned, a shadow moved in the distance. A group of dragon hunters, led by a man in dark armor, watched us through a spyglass. He smirked. So, the boy controls dragons. Interesting. Soon, they'll all belong to me. Back on Berk, I stood with Astrid, looking out over the ocean. That was close, she said, breaking the silence. Yeah, I sighed, but something tells me our real challenge is just beginning. Toothless hummed beside me, his tail swaying as the sun began to set. We stood together, the dragon riders, united under the glowing sky, completely unaware of the new danger that was closing in. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more adventures.